Okay, hello, and welcome to Bio 30, section 31450. I hope we're all in the right place. My name is Billy Olpen, and I'm the instructor for this class. And I'm hoping this video helps everybody get started and get oriented a little, and hopefully uh, it won't take too long. But I am going to walk through how the class works, right? A little bit. So uh, most of that's going to happen by me showing you the class through Canvas. And then I can ask, I'll try my best to make sure I can get you everything you need. If not, then my contact information is everywhere. So please feel free to reach out. Unfortunately, I'm only available by email. Obviously, distance learning means something. And also, I know I should probably, professionally, I should probably have some kind of background, but I hate the way my head moves in those things. So this is just my real life office. Okay, so I'm going to start by sharing my screen, hopefully. Maybe not. I guess not. Hang on. All right, here we go. This is what we want to share, right? So here we are in Canvas. Hopefully you can get to the home page. Everything is there, right? So uh I just want to go, right? So this home page is unfortunately still a little under construction. What I hope it looks like more for you is this version. However, the information is the same. And basically, it talks just a little bit about the class, but it also gives you, most importantly, these three buttons, right? This one will connect to the syllabus. And so all you have to do is tap on that and you'll see the syllabus. I'm going to go back. These two buttons, obviously this one works once I finish the video. And the orientation model will work also. But like I said, unfortunately, it's a little under construction, but this is the most important things you need to know. And all these buttons will be functional by the time you get to log in here. Okay, so I'm going to go and show you the orientation module, right? So you just go to the buttons are fine, but you're going to need the modules for other things anyway. So, if you just click on the modules in the navigation links, you'll come here anyway. All right, so here's a little bio about me, and once again, how to get in touch with me. That's all. I'm gonna go back. All right. This is some important policies about the class, mostly about attendance and participation and what's going to happen, right? So I'm going to point these out again. They're in the syllabus also. So you'll see it more than once, right? Late assignments. I do not accept late assignments. There's no makeup exams unless you have documentation of an actual emergency, or you've been, you're an athlete that was gone for that entire week, the entire week that the assignment was available on some kind of school activity. Assignments are up for like 6 days, 5 to 6 days, they're available to you. If you choose to wait until Friday night, an hour before they're due, and try to do it, and your internet goes down, or you're made to work overtime, or whatever the reason is, that's a gamble you took, right? By waiting. But you certainly had ample opportunity otherwise to finish assignments. So it's up to you. You take the gamble or you don't. I encourage everybody always to start early on the assignments. They're typically available on Sunday and they're not due until Friday at midnight. So I really find there's no adequate excuse for not getting them completed. The other thing we want to talk about is attendance, right? So in an online class, attendance is taken by IC whether or not you complete assignments. And if you don't complete assignments, then I'm assuming you're no longer in the class. Week 1 assignments, which is to review the syllabus, which we'll show you, and the student learning contract, and to watch this video, obviously, right? Will tell me whether or not you were here. If you don't do these for assignments within the first week, I'll assume you're a no-show and drop you from the class once I certify the attendance. After that, if you miss 2 consecutive weeks of assignments and you haven't contacted me about being ill or some unforeseen circumstances, I can drop you from the class for lack of participation. This does not mean this is not my responsibility. I may get around to dropping you from the class, but it's your responsibility to drop the class if you're no longer participating. So if I were you, I would recommend that. Now that's my policies. Of course, these are the school policies. So anyway, all right, that's what we got. So we're going to go back here. And then in here, here's some helpful links. So all the how to get to Canvas, the help desk, how to get to the textbook, the syllabus, all these things are just repetition. A lot of it is repetition. And again, there's my contact information if you have any questions. And this page is really for you to reach out to our resource specialist, which for this class, I will tell you is, here we go, Erica, Christy, or Ariana. You can email any of them if you need help with some logistical stuff, some computer equipment, or something that you need to help you make sure you're successful in the class. Okay. All right, so that's about it. This module I said is still, and then again, here's a link to the syllabus. You'll see many links to the syllabus. This is still under construction a little bit. I'll just be adding more things, possibly. So at any rate, you need to take a look at this as part of your orientation. All right, so let's start with the syllabus, I guess, which is really how the class operates, right? So you, basic stuff, right? There's a lot of repetition here. This is about the textbook, and here's the link on how you register and get your textbook. Hopefully, I know that Vivi has given you codes so everybody has access to the book, so please access the book ASAP. This is your typical, catalog description. I'm not going to read this stuff for you. You can read on your own, right? This is the objectives, what we hope you get out of learning the class. Again, here's the book and the required materials. Here's a video on how to register if you're having problems. This is the support services if you're having problems, so the publisher site. Letting you know, if you are having issues with the book, you need to contact the publisher. I'm just not able to help you. I'm not the person to help you, right? This is more of the important stuff, I guess, about what you want for the class, right? So these are the assignments. There's 15 chapters. Every chapter has a smart book assignment, which is the reading, worth 5 points. When you complete it, every chapter has a quiz worth 10 points when you complete it. There'll be 3 exams, each worth 100 points. I don't do a cumulative final, so the finals week, the last exam will just be on the last chapters that we covered. The class is required, you're required to write a 5 to 7 page APA style paper. It's a research paper. And there's 5 to 7 pages, includes the title page and the bibliography. and you may choose any topic about human sexuality that's covered in the class or the book, basically. There is a video in the paper. There's an example, which I'll show you later, and a grading rubric for the paper. And as always, please contact me if you have questions. Here I am again, emphasizing no late assignments. There is some extra credit opportunities. So the library, if you've never done a research paper, the library provides workshops, video workshops. They're scheduled once or twice a month. There's a link here for the library page, which will get you to the schedule. If you believe you're going to do extra credit, you need to start right away, because if you come to May, there won't be any more scheduled to attend. You turn in your certificate, and I give you 10 points. You can get up to 50 points. There's also 20 points available. There's a pre-test and a post-test associated with the class, and I'll show you in the assignments. And I'll give you 20 points at the end of the semester if you can completed both. All right. If you just complete one, there's no credit. You have to complete both. And then this is how it works out, right? The exam, the smart books, there's a total of 625 points. And this is how it works out. You need 562 to get an A, 500 or better, right? So that's it. This is the important part you want to see, right? So here's our schedule. Week 1, this is what you need to complete to let me know that you've attended the class if these assignments aren't completed, right? So here's the way it works. Week 1, start date. This is when the assignment's available. This is the assignment, and this is the due date. This is Fridays. This is typically Sunday. This is Friday. This starts at 12 a.m., so it's available all day Sunday through Friday at 11:59 p.m. Right? Every assignment's the same. So week 2, right? Start reading the book, chapters 1 and 2. You do the smart book, you do the reading, and you do the quiz. And that's how it goes. 3, 4, 5, 6. Then in week 5, we have our first exam. And that's basically how the class operates. You do the work, I do the check. Any questions, as always, I just keep encouraging you to reach out to me. And these are the important days you want. I don't know that students in high school pay for the class. I don't think so. But if you did and you want a refund, you need to drop by this date, right? If you want to drop without a penalty, meaning no W, no nothing, it's like you never took the class, you need to drop by the 12th of February. And then if you want to drop with what we call a W, or you withdrew from the class before it was completed, then you need to do that by 3/20/23. For those of you who are unfamiliar, W will appear on your record until you take the class again and pass. Here we go again with attendance. These are other school policies. We want to let you know we have mental health services available, and counselors, etc. This is about plagiarism and cheating. You're pretty much on your own. I do not do a lot of checking about that. However, I've read a lot of papers, and I pretty much know if somebody's plagiarizing something, especially in their research papers. So just do your own work. Really simple. And as always, again, contact me if you have any questions. This is the consequences of cheating, student conduct. I'm not going to let you read all of this on your own, right? Why I may or may not remove you from a class, right? And if you have disabilities or any kind of learning issues, please contact the Disability Support Programs and Services. There is the number to arrange for accommodations if you need them. Okay. Please just do this. If you need accommodations, please reach out to them immediately. There's much better outcomes for you. Here's support centers, and campus safety, but you will not be coming on campus, I assume, because you are distance learners. All right, so that is the syllabus. Hopefully, I can get back to the homepage. So the other thing is you're going to go here, and mine looks obviously different, but I can go to, let me see, I'm going to try to do this. I can't do this in your view because I don't have a code. They haven't sent me a code. At any rate, if it's from your page, it's going to look like this. And you're going to hit this begin button, and you're going to ask you for your code, etc. See, obviously mine's a little different, but you should be able to get to the book that way, right? Everything is there. Again, when you go to when you get into the McGraw-Hill site, you'll see all the assignments, but they're also here, right? So you can access them either way. But here we go. So here's your student learn. This is your first week assignment, right? Obviously it's locked. I'll get out and go and show you in my, I'll leave the student view and show you. All right, so some people can sign this like on the right in where it is. Others need to download it, sign it, and submit it. So you're allowed to upload it back into the assignment page. Either way. And once again, if you wait till Friday night to do this and you having some technical difficulty, it's not going to get completed. Okay, this is an assignment. Mm-hmm. So that's the student learning contract. Get rid of this. I got to get out of here. So I guess I got to move myself. There we go. We'll go back to the assignments, right? The other one is to review the syllabus. And then here is your pretest. The same thing. You can enter the answers right on the paper. It's just, you know, or you can download it and put your answers in. I just need the answers. I don't need the questions. If you're just going to send me answers, that's fine. And upload a page with the answers on it, okay? And you'll see. So those are your basic assignments for the first week, right? You've already watched the video. Hopefully you reviewed the syllabus. By signing the student learning contract, you've said you read the syllabus. So you're responsible for all the information that's in there, right? All right. Let's see. I don't know. I think we might be done. Obviously, if you want to keep up on your grades, all the assignments are in here. And you can keep track of your points. This, of course, shows everybody. And so I am going to get out of here because that's none of your business. But you will only see your name and your stream of grades and the points collected. So you can keep track of that. Otherwise, that is it, I believe. Of course, I always forget something or something comes up. Or any questions, obviously, keep emailing me. And like I told you, my contact information is in any number of places. I hope you enjoy the class. This class can be very interesting. Like I said, I hope you get a lot out of it. So thank you and good luck.